Today I'm here with Jade Fountain from Tasmania, Australia, world famous zookeeper and animal behavioral consultant. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did.
Tell me a little bit about what it's like being a zookeeper.
So I've been working with exotic and native Australian animals for 5 years now. I started out with marine mammals and did a lot of training in behaviour husbandry, which is looking after animals and using training and behaviour to be able to get them to do things and participate and cooperate in their veterinary behaviours without having to force and restrain them. It's a really cool way to interact with zoo animals and give them a stress-free environment to interact with people in. I've been working with native Australian animals, and I've been really lucky to work with endangered species. Been very fortunate to be involved with some very important programs that are re-releasing animals back into the wild that are going extinct. And this is the important place of zoos in the world. The conservation efforts of animals going extinct due to anthropomorphic reasons or human-induced reasons is really important, and those zoos are there to be a safeguard for keeping species numbers and populations up and making sure we do a good job of it. There are good zoos in the world and there are some bad ones, but the good ones are really doing that conservation.
How long did it take to shape those up and to learn how to do that?
Learn how to do the behavioural consultant stuff. I started out in animal shelters working for the RSPCA, and I worked with dogs and cats every day and watched their behaviour, and I learned really every day about practically how those behaviours work. And then I went back to school. I got a degree in animal behaviour and zoology, and I spent a lot of time, I've been to about 800 hours worth of seminars and workshops in the USA, working with mentors and the best animal professional people in the industry, and I think that's really gained the skills, being able to listen and learn from mentors, going to seminars and doing workshops, getting hands-on skills with animals, and the study, learning the theory and studying is really, really important and paramount to being able to deal with clients and face problems, because you problem solve a lot.
One of your excellent skills is you can do animal calls. And how many animal calls can you do?
Off the top of my head, I sometimes forget what I can do. About 7 or 8 really, really good animal calls, which I guess you can say I've been working around animals too long, and I just figured out I could do it one day. So,
Well, how do you develop that skill? You just
you know, I've done it since I was little, and I really don't remember how it started, but I kind of just listen to something and I go, hey, that's a cool noise. I'd really like to make that, and I just know how to do it.
And how do you know it works? Because you make the sound and the animal comes?
I have had a zebra, or a zebra as we say in Australia. I've had a zebra call back to me at a zoo when I've done the noise, just mucking around. So that is kind of how I work out that the sound is pretty up there, and people seem impressed.
So can we hear a zebra call?
You certainly can.
Excellent. What else can you do?
I'll start out. I can play to you a fairy penguin, Australian species of penguin.
Okay. That's excellent. Those come from, so some of them, I guess the way they're coming, they're different places where you're making the sounds.
And the deeper I go, the more I can't explain it, but I can.
Can you give an example of an animal that's deep and?
Yep, I can do a lion for you.
Oh yeah. Fabulous. Now, when you make that sound, how does the lion react?
I've had a little bit of interest, but I've never had a vocalization in return. So
I see. So these sounds, well, they're animal calls. They would be just a way to alert another animal, or like what's the purpose of the sounds that the animals make? Are there different
Well, yeah. I mean, animal communication is always different. Usually there are alarm calls. There are ways to let other animals know that there is a danger in the area, or there is a potential mate or a threat, another animal from another herd or pack or something like that. So the communication is always going to be different sounds for different reasons.
Maybe one more. What's the highest range you can go with, or of your calls?
Well, I think the most impressive would be my dogs, if you want to hear dogs.
Yes.
And they certainly get a reaction from dogs. I don't think there's anyone out here now, so I'm not going to disturb them.
Okay. That is fabulous. I don't know if everyone can hear this, but there is a dog responding to you right over there.
There is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Jade.
No worries.